Well, welcome, gang. This is the very first Lunch with APM, episode one, coming to you live from Middle Georgia. We are here at home and getting ready for the season. We're going to do this, maybe once a week. It really is going to depend on the schedule and how the races fall out. But each weekend that we do have a race scheduled, we will come to you live noon Eastern. At on Thursday, and maybe might be one or two like with the flings and stuff because we'll be racing on Thursday where we may not do it that week. But for the most part, we're going to do this every week, and we want to keep this to 20 minutes. So welcome everyone. We've got folks here. We've got folks over on YouTube. So this is YouTube Motor Mania Facebook page and our Twitter, just like when Team One gets the opportunity to stream an event. Okay, all right, I'm not going to pontificate. I've got things written down so that I can stay on track. Please keep Joanne in your prayers. She is a little under the weather today, so she kind of, we're not sure. Of course, it's not the coronavirus or whatever they're calling it now, but she's just not feeling very well. So just keep her in your prayers. I would really, really appreciate that. Okay, want to keep this 20 minutes? Let me get after it. Okay, let's see. We will start. Let me get the right mouse here with the top news. Okay, congrats to Charlie Lockhart for sweeping the no box class at the 7th annual Southern Big Buck Nationals at No Problem Raceway in Bellarose last weekend. Congrats also to Brandon Taylor for his win in box on Saturday and Kenny Underwood for his win in box on Sunday. I'm certain we will hear those names again throughout the 2020 season. Congrats also to the winners of the 60th annual can't talk today, Winter Nationals. A few of my personal favorites did well in the pro classes. Go Jaggy. You can check out all of the latest results on www.dragchamp.com, your source for sportsman drag racing. Also, a huge shout out and thank you to Ed and Anthony out at Silver Dollar Motorsports Park in Reynolds, Georgia, formerly Silver Dollar, Silver Dollar Dragway. Anyways, Tony and I have been wanting to get together and go and test some new equipment that we've had actually for quite a while. And we needed a wide open space. And so I called Anthony last week and said, hey, we'd like to come out. Can we come out next Tuesday? He says, sure, just call me on Monday. Just make sure nothing has come up. So we got a chance to go out there and test some equipment. We're really blown away, and they were very successful. And we looked to add those capabilities to our stream here in the sportsman drag racing world. Also, hey Ed, man, I'm sorry I couldn't come to lunch, but I'm going to take you up on that. Whenever we're home, I'm going to come out there on a day and just kind of blow your mind. All right. But thank you, Ed and Anthony at Silver Dollar Motorsports Park. Their season is getting ready to kick off. So search them out on Facebook or on the web, and you can check out their schedule for this year. Okay, race preview. Now, normally we would talk about whatever race is coming up this weekend. So since this is the first show, I'm going to talk about what our season looks like for 2020. We're back with a full lineup of the biggest and best in the bracket world, along with the 11th annual Yellow Bullet Nationals. Once again, we'll be streaming all of Loose Rocker, SFG, both Great American Bracket races, Spring Fling Glot, Fall Fling at Bristol, Lone Star Summer Shootout, Mutt and Jeff Promotions Father Day Race at Beaver Spring, King of the Creek, Quaker City Big Buck Nationals 1 and 2 this year. Couldn't do the second one last year because their schedule just wouldn't let us, but this year we get to do that. The World Foot Brake Challenge, the Labor Day 100K, Summit Nationals, New Media 150, Working Man's 10K, Drag Week for the 5th straight year, Good Vibrations Funny Car Nationals up at Keystone, hopefully also the 660 up at Keystone, Summit Midwest Summer Drags. That's kind of a similar deal to Drag Week. It's just in the Midwest. You can go search for that as well. Door Wars, King of the Street diesel event that we did last year, IHRA Sportsman World Nationals, the 25th annual $1 Million race over in Montgomery, the winter warm-up at Immokalee, the Manufacturers Cup Finals at South Georgia Motorsports Park, innovative slots. You know, we do that slot car race, and it's growing in popularity, and they have a lot of people there. I bet you one of these days they're going to have to start limiting how many people they allow in the doors, because you can only get so many people in that area there. And we'll close out the year with the 6th annual New Year Bracket Nationals. We also have a few in the wings. Now, Jim Halsey, Cecil County Dragway, current Pro Nitrous champion with the PDRA, is wanting to stream the Jim Harrington Bracket Nationals. There's 2 of those, one in July and one in September, and he is looking for support, guys, to stream that. Now, everybody understands that there's a lot of value brought by Motormania TV for the things that we do. So seriously, if you get an opportunity to if you want to spend some money and help support a stream, Jim is a great one. Also, Wes May is looking for support for the May race carbs, triple tens. That'll be in May at Muncie Dragway, and the NHRD or NHDRO. That's the No Hatin' Drag Racing organization. It's a big motorcycle outfit out of the Indy area, is looking for support for their big motorcycle event also in May at Lucas Oil Raceway. And they're going to have, I can't remember the exact number, but they're going to put on a big dollar bike bracket race on Saturday, okay? And it's going to pay, I don't know, $10 or $15 or $20,000. It's a lot of money. Plus the Motor City big rig presented by Diesel Porn Apparel up in Milan Dragway. So those are ones that we're just waiting to firm up, but we've got 43 events this year, guys. 43 events. It's another banner year, and I tell you, the phone hasn't stopped ringing. So again, our thanks to all of the promoters, the sponsors, the racers, and certainly the viewers and fans of Motormania TV for your support, because without you guys, we're not here. Sponsor Spotlight. That was a tough one because we've had so many folks support us over the years. But I wanted to do a shout out to Steve and Marina Johnson from Induction Solutions. They were the first to support us, okay? They were the first company willing to take a chance on Motormania TV when they helped sponsor the live feed of No Mercy 4 in September of 2012. That started a marketing partnership that continues to this day and has inspired many others to join in helping promote their programs and sportsman drag racing on Motormania TV. So if you guys use nitrous as your form of power adder, or if you need parts, a complete system, or help with your setup, regardless of who built it, call Induction Solutions at 352-593-5900. That's 352-593-5900. Thank you, Steve and Marina, for 8 years of support, and we look forward to doing more with you in the future. Page 2. Told you I had it all written down. Mark's take. This is my opinion, guys. Some people are going to like it. Some people aren't going to like it. Some people aren't going to care. But that's okay. This week, subscription, pay-per-view, or free? That is the question. Over the last few weeks, there have been a lot of discussion about subscription services, pay-per-view, or a myriad of other ideas as a means to watch sportsman drag racing on the internet. The rationale has been everything from helping the sport, promoters, and media companies to survive. I find that ironic when weekend after weekend, NHR announcer Brian Loans, as well as drag racing historian, announcer extraordinaire Brett Kepner, express their opinion of a sport alive and well in its current state. While I certainly agree, we all need to make a buck. How we go about doing that at MMTV differs from other streaming companies in the wacky world of motorsports. We've been streaming drag racing since 2006 when we started with our buddy Jimmy Biggs and Your Way Network. We transitioned to Drag Story which is still around, and then rebranded as MotorMania TV in 2010. We've streamed over 550 events, created in excess of 10,000 hours of original content, which has been viewed 36.2 million times with 8.4 million hours of content consumed. While we don't consider ourselves the experts, we've been around a few days and have seen a couple of things in the streaming world. Our experience streaming heads-up events free to the public drives people to the gate because they want to experience the race. As good as our feeds are, there is no way to replicate the chest-thumping feel of a 3,500 plus horsepower Pro Mod or the smell of burning race fuel and tires. I don't know how many times people told us the only reason they came to an event was because they saw it on the live feed and wanted to be there in person. Often folks travel from other countries to see those races and directly attribute that to the free live feed. For the bracket world, it drives participation plain and simple. Anyone with a consistent car, decent driving skills, and the desire to travel to those races can literally compete for millions of dollars. Yes, millions of dollars in cash and prizes. That reality is unprecedented in the history of our sport. For that matter, any form of motorsports. At the right price point, sponsors have benefited dramatically from exposure during webcasts, either through direct advertising on the stream or well-placed signage on race cars or in direct view of camera shots, bringing unparalleled exposure to their brand. Through YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, where most of our events are streamed, the potential reach is in excess of 4.5 billion individual accounts globally, with daily active users in the 1.9 billion range. Jim Gray, former owner of Venom Race Engines and current shop manager at Bullet Racing Engines, told me this at last year's PRI show. When we advertised on your feed for Lights Out 9, I sold 3 or 4 engines. Why? Because people that know me had no idea I was in this business. Jason Smith at PA Racing has had similar experience when he advertises with us on heads up feeds. He knows the phone calls are going to come during and after the race for his superior suspension components. I have learned through careful observation what I call the keys to a successful event. First, look for a date that doesn't conflict with a similar style of race. I know that's almost an impossibility anymore. Once you decide on a date and a format, advertise, advertise, advertise. Let me emphasize that. Advertise, advertise, advertise. Didn't do my lower thirds. Oh well. Be well organized, say what you are going to do, and then fulfill those promises. And lastly, pay what you said you'd pay on the flyer. Your word is your bond. It's really that simple. Does it take a ton of time, energy, effort, and work to put on an event in either of those drag racing arenas? Absolutely. However, history shows a well-planned and executed race will remain year after year with loyal racers, fans, and supporters. Am I against subscription services? Absolutely not. But they have to be priced right and bring exceptional value like the current NHRA program. Full disclosure, I'm in my second year as a subscriber to their service. At $5 a national event, $5 a national event for Top Fuel, Funny Car, Pro Stock, Pro Mod when it's there, Pro Stock Motorcycle, and all of the sportsman classes, I consider that a great deal, especially for someone like me who doesn't get the opportunity to go to those types of races. Some say there are too many events to choose from, so it dilutes the field. Well, I may or may not agree with that, but that's a subject for another day. And that's my take for this episode of Lunch Episode 1 of Lunch with APM. Epilogue. If I can get my paper apart. Alrighty. We are going to do a call in from time to time, guys. Nothing this week. I didn't really have time to get up with anyone, and of course with all the folks down in South Georgia doing their thing at Lights Out. I just figured, hey, we'll do this and we'll get this done at another time. Okay, quote of the day. I know it's in here somewhere. There we go. Okay, quote of the day. Small minds discuss people, average minds discuss events, great minds discuss ideas. That quote has been attributed to Eleanor Roosevelt. Regardless of who made it, decide for yourself what camp you fall in. And certainly last but not least, as we get ready to close out here, this week a gentleman by the name of Vernon Peabody Harrell passed away on Monday, February 10th. And we just want to take a minute. I've seen so many posts. I talked to Ed Swearinger the other day when we were at Silver Dollar, and great guy. I've heard nothing but good things about him and how people will miss him and how they always looked forward to seeing him. And so, guys, I just want to take a minute and before we close up for the day, and just pay a little homage to Peabody Harrell. Our heartfelt sympathies and prayers go out to the family, friends, and fellow racers of Peabody Harrell. There's zero doubt you will be missed, and there's zero doubt that you were loved. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to close us out for the first show. Hey, we made it. Just a little bit of time left to spare. So next week we'll get a chance. Maybe we'll be able to do some call-ins. We are going to be in New Mexico, and I will play our coming deal here. Joanne's got that all set up for me. But I will play that, and hopefully you guys will get a chance to see that and look at that. But anyways. Yes, we'll be in New Mexico at the East Coast Timing Association event. It's a land speed timed event or speed event. I don't know. Anyways, mile and a half. There's going to be a lot of fast cars. Dan Parker is supposed to be there. I know he had his motor out of his car yesterday, and hopefully he gets that back together and back in. But seriously, it should be a great event. And I'm hearing there may be a celebrity or two. Army Armstrong, I think, is going to do some announcing, and somebody said Leno might be there. He's a big car guy. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to run the. Yes, I'm going to run the coming, and then I'll close this out with our intro or our outro. Thanks for coming by. I look forward to doing more of this. Hey, got questions? Let us know, and maybe we'll be able to answer some next time around. Have a great day. God bless. Be safe wherever you're at. It's just pouring cats and dogs here in Middle Georgia. All right. Love y'all. See ya.